welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a personalized wood sign from scratch, and I'm going to show you how to make it from beginning to end. Whether you have a Cricut machine or not, you can make this sign, and I will show you exactly how you can make it. My name is Emily, and I love DIY projects, thrift flips, thrift hauls, really all things crafting. So if you like those things as well, please consider subscribing, stick around, and I hope you enjoy this video. To make this sign, I'm going to be using 3/4 inch plywood, scrap plywood. And my husband cut these scraps a long time ago, and I saved them because they make great pieces for frames. And I cannot remember what kind of wood this is, maybe pine, not sure, but I have used pine in the past to make my frames for the sign. So if you don't have scraps like this laying around, then you can get pine and just cut it down. So what I'm going to do, see, Trigger started eating that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this, this down just to 220 so it's nice and smooth so I can paint this white. And then I am going to go to the miter saw and cut these pieces down to fit the frame, and then I'm gonna stain these. I'm just gonna use just basic white house paint that I have as my base for my sign. I've used this for pretty much all of my signs that I make, and it works perfect. It's a great base, and I'm gonna get that painted, and I'm going to wait to figure out what stain I want to do for the trim, because I have two options. I have honey by Minwax, all of mine are by Minwax, or espresso, and I kind of want to see what this looks like when it's white before I decide which color I want to use for the stain. First coat has dried, and little tip if you don't know, I just keep my paintbrush in a paper or a plastic bag until I'm done painting my piece, so I don't have to keep washing it. So this is dried, ready to go. I am going to do a light sand in between the coats of paint with a 320 grit sandpaper. So I'm going to do that really quick, do my second coat, and I should be good after the second coat, but we'll see. Doing the sandpaper in between the coats just helps smooth it out and get rid of any raised pieces of wood from your first layer of paint. And that's really important if you're going to be doing a stencil or anything on top of this. Like I'm gonna be using my Cricut to make a stencil. So I'm painting on this piece, so I want it to be as smooth as possible. If you're just doing vinyl or something and you don't have a super fine grit, you can skip that step, but if you are doing a stencil, I highly recommend smoothing it out. So let's do the second coat. In the meantime, while the paint is drying, I am going to decide what stain color I want. And I'm looking at honey or espresso. I don't exactly know the color scheme in their house, so I think I may go with honey. It's just a little bit more warm, and I feel like it may go better in any kind of style, like decor style or color scheme people have going on. I think I'm gonna do honey. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments which one you guys would have done, espresso or honey. I wanted to go over a couple things before we continue with the sign. So the sign has 2 coats of white paint and it is dried and ready to go. I cut out my stencil on permanent vinyl, and if you have a Cricut and you want to learn how to make a stencil, then I will leave a link to a video that I did about a month or so ago on how to make your own stencil. So I will leave that in the description for you. But for those that do not have a Cricut, you can still make this exact same design in Microsoft Word. So I created the same exact design in Microsoft Word and I printed it out. And I will leave the link for dafont.com in the description, as well as the fonts that I used for this design. And all you have to do is make your letter, then make your text box, and then add the names in the middle. Super easy to do, and you can do it yourself and print it out on regular printer paper. To finish the sign, if you do not have a Cricut and you can't print it out on permanent vinyl and you print it out on your computer, all you need is carbon paper, which you can get on Amazon and I will link it, as well as a painter's pen. And you can get this on Amazon or at Walmart. I'm pretty sure this is the one from Walmart. So super simple, and you can do this sign whether you have a Cricut machine or not. So now that that is out of the way, I am going to attach the stencil to the sign and get it painted.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la.
is done and it is dry, I'm going to clear coat it with Rust-Oleum Clear Matte Spray. Once it's dry, I'm going to attach the frame pieces with a brad nailer, and then the sign is done. So it is pouring rain outside today. We have a tropical storm that is coming toward us this weekend, and I'm going to have to get everything done in my husband's shop. So I'm going to try and knock this out as soon as possible and get this sign done. I wanted to clarify, I'm not using a brad nailer, I'm using a pin nailer, and the nails that I will be using for this is 1 3/16. I have the 1 inch, but it won't go far enough in for a secure hold, so I switched it to the 1 3/16, and I am now going to attach my frame pieces to the sign. Here you can see that this nail didn't go in all the way, and then I have just a couple ones that just aren't completely flush. So for these that aren't completely flush, I'm going to use these two tools to just hammer in those nails so that they're flush. And with this one, I'm just gonna cut it with a wire cutter and then re-nail it just to make my life a little bit easier. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it inspired you to make your own wood sign. I love making wood signs because the possibilities are endless when you make them from scratch. You can make them as large as you want, as small as you want. You can have whatever saying you want in there. You can change the color of the font. You can change the color of the frame. Again, the possibilities are endless. So I really hope that you guys get out there and you make your own wood sign. And please let me know in the comments if you have a Cricut machine or not, and if you like the style video and you would like more, please let me know. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.